Welcome back and happy Tuesday. I have another great guest this week. There was a bit of a lull because many of you saw I was out in Italy taking some much needed R&R, but don't worry, your girl's back. We're here doing things. And I got to say, the next guest that I have, powerhouse dresser, wears some amazing outfits. I love looking at what she shows on LinkedIn. Great content, but also with so much poison swag. So I'm so happy to introduce Garima Shah, who is the president of Biller Genie. Garima, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much, Scarlett. That is quite the introduction. I gotta actually think about what I'm wearing when I got on a video call.
It's not the video ones. You had some pictures where you were at some events, and there was some
There we
dope
go.
ass skirts, white with some nice black checkers. I'm like, I like this. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about. It's so interesting because you have such a nice swag and presence to you, and we're gonna be talking about the impact and the outlook of the world of small businesses. A lot about payments, just a lot, but broadly more about what their problems are in general. However, so let's just kind of get started there. It's 2022. What does you have clients and customers all across this segment, this group of people known as small businesses? What does the landscape look like?
The landscape of small businesses today, right? Post pandemic, or maybe not for some people, and kind of what's happening in their lives. And over the past couple of years, I think we've seen this acceleration to frictionless and everybody moving to more electronic payments. But what does that really mean for the small business owner that's kind of out there? And I think that what we have seen is that they're still struggling. Like they're still having some of the same challenges that they had pre-pandemic, and how can we make that better? I mean, one of the stats that we always talk about is that in the United States alone, there's over $3 trillion in outstanding invoices, like in bills that just haven't been paid. That's like me and you not paying our doctor until it's like 6 months later and we get that yellow thing, like, oh no, I forgot. Um, that's crazy. It's like the lifeblood of their business. And if we can do something to kind of accelerate that cash flow, I think that that makes a big difference.
So you said the word around accelerating cash flow, which I think is great because not many people are up at night thinking about accounts receivables,
Why
but
it's
you
so
are.
sexy.
You are. That's where you shine. So why did you decide? Obviously, a big problem. 3 trillion is not a small number to say the least. But why did you decide, given the background, given your aspirations, like how did you get into this world? Why are you here? Why do you decide to tackle this problem?
Yeah, what you think that I didn't like wake up when I was 2 saying I want to do accounts receivable? No, I mean, I don't think any of us went to school for fintech. Back then it wasn't even a major, right? But
Nope.
I think that when I looked at accounts receivable and, that wasn't our intention. We actually came from payments. That's what we did. That's the market we served, and started seeing that small and mid-sized businesses really had this issue around cash flow. I mean, the majority of businesses, we always hear stats around businesses closing. Like that's something we all talk about. Oh, this many businesses, 90% of businesses close in the first 5 years. It's not because their products suck. It's not because they don't have, profit. It's because they don't have cash flow. Like 82% of the businesses that actually go out of business are because of cash flow. And that is such a critical problem. And it doesn't seem like there's enough technology and automation around it. 90% of businesses in the world still handle accounts receivable completely manually. And when I think about every single thing that I do on my phone, from booking a workout to like ordering a coffee, it's crazy to think that paying your bill is not that easy. And so bringing automation and bringing that like frictionless experience to the basics of getting someone paid is the problem that we solve.
And that makes a lot of sense. And you gave the example of the doctor bill, right? Which is it is that still happens today. It is so frustrating because, like you said, so much of what I'm doing is on my phone, going and checking the mailbox and having that 27.50 or whatever the charge is. Like I see it, something else is I forget what's going on. I'm like, okay, now wait. Okay, either I got a mail and a check. Are you kidding me? Or you can call this number, do this, but there's like 4 steps to do it. It's like, can't you just put it directly on my phone? I can do it in one step, and it's not reality. But you gave at least 3, if not 4, great stats on that. So for those of you watching, tweet it out because that's the type of stuff that no wonder. So I think actually at 2 you didn't realize at the time, but you were probably very focused on numbers. I don't know. I was an accounting major, so that type of stuff stuck out to me, and I do something similar sometimes. So you talked about the grim nature of where we're at, but obviously you see a huge opportunity here. There is one. What makes you most excited about where we're going? Like, what do you see? And it's not like the where are we from 5 years from now, but like, what are you most excited about as we, build from here, and as Biller Genie, as you build from here?
I mean, so for Biller Genie specifically, I think that there has just been this huge adoption of even what we do. We work with banks, we work with payment processors, and they have found the need and they're looking to add value to their customers and within their sectors because no one wants to be selling on price anymore. It's 2022. Like, let's really add value. And I think that we're able to do that for our partners and for our customers. But as we kind of look at the fintech landscape as a whole, it is so cool to be in this place with this proliferation of companies and of ideas and of thoughts that are these tech focused startups that are just taking something so basic like paying your bill and automating it. And it seems like such a simple concept, but being able to automate every part of our life. I mean, I go back to like Uber, right? You would have never jumped into some random guy's car at the airport without saying one word to him before Uber. But now because Uber is a payfac and it exists, we do it and we think it's no big deal. But the paradigm hasn't shifted. It's how we do business. It's how we live. And so for me, I think when we look over the next several years and we continue to see these fintechs like Biller Genie come on board and kind of become bigger and take over, I think our lives are just going to get easier. And don't we all want that? Don't we just want everything to be easier? Don't you want your doctor's bill to you just get a message and you click the button and make a payment? And we just need things to be easier. I think that our lives are so busy, and I think we just need the more simplicity, the more automation we can bring to it. And I think that fintechs across the world are doing that, and it's awesome.
That's 100% true. But even going back to the stats that you talked about, 90+% of small businesses close in the first 5 years. It's about making it easier, but it's especially for the mom and pop ones that you and I were talking about a bit offline. This is their livelihood. This is the future for their family. There's all these pieces where, yes, with ease, saving time, saving money, all that is true. But like the stakes are quite high. And so there's definitely a lot of opportunities. All right. With that, Grima, thank you so much. Love your energy. Again, you actually made a conversation. I mean, I'm a fintechy lady, so it actually is interesting to me. But even if it wasn't, I felt pretty engaged about the conversation. We're talking accounts receivable, but there is so many opportunities. Also, for all of you, as always, please read the link below. The Q&A, there is a lot of great goodies in there. You'll find some gems. I liked hearing about your first aspirational career choice that you were
Yeah.
considering for. So don't know, we can't spoil it. They got to check it out. But
Okay.
anyways, again, thank you so much. And for all of you, until next time.